Welcome friends. This video is about elasticity of demand. Okay, what does mean the demand? Demand refers to the commodity which an individual consumer or household is willing to and ability to purchase at a particular price in a given period of time. So this is known as demand. Already we know that. So demand is determined by the two factors. One is willingness to pay, and ability to pay for the consumer side. Okay, then what about the law of demand? Law of demand, already Alfred Marshall said, if the price increases, there will be less quantity demanded, and if the price decreased, the demand will be higher. Ceteris paribus. Okay, so here the law of demand is defined Professor Samuelson. So law of demand states that people will buy more at a lower prices and buy less at higher prices, other thing remaining the same. So the law of demand means there is the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded of a commodity. So see here, price. If price increases, there will be quantity demanded of the commodity decreased, and if the price decreased, there will be increase the quantity demanded. Okay, when other thing being constant, this will happen. This is the inverse relationship. So this is the basic. Okay, let us discuss about elasticity of demand. What does it mean? Elasticity means it's like flexibility. So here the Professor Alfred Marshall says this concept in his Principles of Economics. Okay, so what does it mean? Elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand means how much more or less demand changes when the price does. Okay, if the price increases, there will be quantity demanded reduced. Already we know that. Reduced in what extent? That one this concept implies. Okay, so most probably price elasticity of demand is acceptable by all the economists. Okay, so these are all the introduction part of that, and let's move on the topic. Types of elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand we can divide into four types. One is price elasticity of demand, another one is income elasticity of demand, another one cross elasticity of demand, next one promotional elasticity of demand, that is advertisement elasticity of demand. Okay, the first method of elasticity of demand is price elasticity of demand. So price elasticity of demand, that is Alfred Marshall has defined that the elasticity or the responsiveness or the measure of a demand in a market is great or small accordingly as the amount demanded increases much or less for a given fall in price, and diminishes much or less for a given rise in prices. That is, if the price increases of a commodity and the quantity demanded will be comes down, that is reduced much or little, not the exact one, it may be reduced little or much, and vice versa when the ceteris paribus assumption we are following. That is elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand says that proportionate change in demand divided by proportionate change in price. So here the price change in prices happened, and the proportionate change in demand also it affects. So when the change in price of the commodity, that one affected the change in demand. Then in the mathematical formula we can derive that elasticity of demand, that is price elasticity of demand, is equal to change in demand divided by original demand, that is divided by change in price divided by original price. So here this symbol is known as change. So change in quantity demanded divided by original quantity demanded, that is divided by change in price divided by price. That is let the left side be as it is. If we are putting multiplication symbol, we have to put the inversely, P by delta P. That is, elasticity of demand is change in quantity demanded divided by change in price into original price divided by quantity original quantity demanded. And next one, degree of elasticity of demand. Actually, price elasticity we have 5 degrees. One is perfectly elastic demand, another one is perfectly inelastic demand, third one is unitary elasticity of demand, fourth one is relatively elastic demand, fifth one relatively inelastic demand. Let us see one by one. First one, perfectly elastic demand. Okay, here perfectly elastic demand. So elastic means extent. It can be extending, changing, keep on changing the quantity demanded. So in this case, the price, if the price is no change or slightly changes, what happened? The demand will be changes. Okay, so from 0 to Q1, Q1 to Q2, Q2 to Q3, Q3 to Q4. Okay, here elasticity of demand is equal to infinity. That symbol infinity. So here a small changes in price or no changes in price, this one happened. Why? This one shows the horizontal straight line. Okay, this is very rare occasion in real life. Okay, so if as a student, as a MBA student, you are going to buy a book, so that prices need not be changed, but you want to buy that particular economics book. Okay, so the consumers are more in the market at the period of time. So what happened? The demand for the commodity increases because of the newcomers enter into the market. So without changing any price or slightly changes in price, the quantity demanded will be increasing. Okay, so like books, pizza is the right example for this type of there is perfectly elastic demand type. So elasticity of demand is equal to infinity, that is unlimited, it goes on. Quantity demanded only changes, prices no changes. This is the first one. So this is known as perfectly elastic demand. Elastic in nature, demand is elastic in nature, and this perfectly elastic demand indicates that exactness, exactly elastic demand. Okay, the second point is perfectly inelastic demand. So just vice versa of perfectly elastic demand. Okay, so here see the figure. X-axis represent quantity demanded, whereas y-axis represent price. Okay, so here the vertical line shows the quantity demanded of the product. So if the price of the product at this stage, the quantity demanded also this much Q, and if the price decreased from P to P1, what happened? The quantity demanded of the product same. If the price increases from P to P2, the quantity demanded is the same. So there is no change in quantity demanded. So you can take an example of inferior good like salt. If for example salt is rupees 20, a pack is rupees 20. So at this stage, at the price of 20, they are buying this much quantity. If the price of salt is reduced this much, 10, it reduced to 10 rupees, what happened? They won't be buying more because that is inferior good. that is not essential to buy more and more. Okay, so they won't be changing the quantity demanded. If the price of the good from 20 rupees to 40 rupees, they will buy the same, because that is necessary for our food items and other some other dishes. So they the quantity demanded will not be changed at any cost. So here it may be change, a small change or no change in quantity demanded. So this one represent elasticity of demand is equal to 0. Next one, third one, unitary elasticity of demand. So unitary elasticity of demand means the situation where a given proportionate change in prices accompanied by an equally proportionate change in quantity demanded. Okay, so here see this figure. This is applicable to the normal good. Okay, if in y-axis represent price, if price increased from 0 to 1, what happened? There will be the 6 unit of the product demanded. If the price increased from 1 to 2, then what happens? They have chosen this point. So from 6 to 4 it reduced, quantity demanded reduced. Again the price increases from 2 to 3, 1 point. What happened? Again it reduced 2. So for increasing 1 unit of price or 1 rupee, then the quantity demanded decreased 2 units. Same, that is unitary. Same, what the price changes, what changes in price accompanied by equally proportionate changes in quantity. So elasticity of demand is equal to 1 in this case. Next one, relatively elastic demand. This one, elastic demand. Of course, this is not the perfect elastic. So this is elastic more than this unitary elastic demand. So you have a small proportionate change in price of a commodity is accompanied by a larger proportionate change in quantity demanded. So elasticity of demand is greater than 1. See this figure. X-axis represent quantity demanded, whereas y-axis represent price. So see here, price. At this price, the consumer will buy this much quantity of that particular product. If the price increased little bit, what happened? The quantity decreased a larger in size. For example, sugar. And the item, that is the food item or any product, which has the multi-purpose, which can be used in multi-purpose, it is we can apply in this relatively elastic demand. So if slightly changes in price, there will be quantity demanded changes more, larger. So if the price of the sugar is reduced from P to P, the people will prefer to buy more and more because it has multiple use. So elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Next one, in this price elasticity of demand, last one, relatively inelastic demand. So this one, inelastic demand, it's not changes in quantity demanded, it's not changes much. But this is not perfectly, this one relatively. See the figure, you can understand that. So you see, if the price of the commodity is reduced to P1, what happened? Quantity of commodity is increased this much. So price decreased large, but quantity increased very few. So the situation where a big proportionate change in price of commodity is accompanied by small proportionate change in its quantity demanded. So for example, automobiles. So automobiles, car, scooter, if any price is reduced, we will prefer, there is some consumers will be preferring to buy. So then that's the thing it indicates. Yeah, this method is known as a geometric method or a graphic method or point elasticity method. So the degrees of price elasticity of explained in this method. Okay, so here 0 to q. In this point, q is the point indicates that the vertical line, that is q is not changing. If any prices change, q will not be changed, that is elasticity of demand is equal to 0. Whereas if you are selecting this point p, that is horizontal line, the price will not change. If quantity demanded changes, price will not change. So this is known as infinity. If we are selecting this point, that is elasticity of demand is equal to 1. For example, if the price is reduced to P1, P2 P1, what happened? The quantity is increased from Q to Q. So what happened? If the price reduces this much, the same proportionately change in quantity demanded increased. That is known as unitary elasticity of demand. So between unitary elasticity of demand and infinity, that point is known as elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Whereas here elasticity between the elasticity of elasticity is equal to 0 to elasticity is equal to 1. Between these point we can say that elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay, this one more elastic, relatively more elastic, this one relatively inelastic demand. Okay, this one unitary elastic demand, this one perfectly elastic, this one perfectly inelastic. Yeah, the second elasticity of demand is income elasticity of demand. So income elasticity of demand means the ratio of the percentage change in the quantity demanded to the percentage change in the income. So if the income of the consumer increases, then the real income of the consumer increases. So purchasing power is more in the consumer side. So what happen? He will be prefer more quantity of demanded. So if income increases, there will be increase in the quantity demanded of the particular product and vice versa. So income elasticity demand we can define as proportionate change in demand divided by proportionate change in income. So here mathematical derivations, change in quantity is divided by change original quantity, that is divided by change in income divided by original income. So that is equal to change in quantity divided by change in income into income divided by quantity. So see this curve, this is the upward sloping curve. So this one is positively upward sloping curve. So this curve is known as angel curve, because there is the positive relationship between income and quantity demanded of the commodity is known as angel curve. So if the income level is 2, what happened? The consumer will prefer 4 unit. If it increase to 4 income level 4, then he will be preferring 8 quantity demanded of a commodity. So this curve is income elasticity of demand, that is known as angel curve. The third method of elasticity of demand is cross elasticity of demand. That means when the demand for a commodity changes with the change in price of another related commodity, that is known as cross elasticity demand. So here Ferguson says that cross elasticity of demand in the proportional change in the quantity of X demanded resulting from a given relative change in the price of relative good Y. Here I have taken the substitution goods, tea and coffee. If the price of the tea is increased, what happened? The quantity demanded of the tea will be reduced. Okay, so that is known as X. Another commodity is Y. So, if the consumer will not prefer tea because of the high price of the tea, what happened? They switch over to coffee. So, demand for coffee will be increased. So, price of tea and the demand for coffee, the other good, is the positive. Whereas when we are compared to the two goods, cross elasticity demand, if the quantity of tea is reduced, the quantity demanded of coffee will be increased. This is the cross elasticity of demand. So, if the price of a commodity X increased, what happened? The demand for the quantity of the commodity also increases. So, this is known as cross elasticity of demand. Here, the proportionate change in demand of the commodity X divided by proportionate change in the price of the commodity Y. So, already I said T of the price of the tea, if it is changes, what happen? It affects the particular product Y quantity demanded, it will be affected. So, the change in demand of the another good, substitute good X, it will change. So, in mathematical expression, change in quantity of X divided by original quantity of X divided by change in price of Y divided by original price of Y, that is equal to change in quantity of X divided by original quantity of X into price of Y divided by change in price of Y. Therefore, change in quantity of X divided by change in price of Y into price of Y divided by quantity of X. The last method of elasticity of demand is advertising elasticity of demand, that is promotional elasticity of demand. Here, advertising elasticity of demand means the proportionate change in demand of the commodity due to proportionate change in advertising expenses. So, it's a measure of an advertising campaign effectiveness. So, if we are giving more advertisement, what happened? The demand for product increases. So, this one says that elasticity of demand on advertising is equal to proportionate change in demand for a product that is determined by the proportionate change in advertising expenses. Okay, that's all. Let us conclude. The most probably price elasticity is accepted by every economist. Okay, so this one is very essential because it helps a lot. It's price elasticity of demand influence in all the area in economics. So first thing is it determine the price and output of the commodity, and this it helps the supplier to determine what factors of production they want to identify and they want to use, and the monopolist price discrimination. Monopolist they have various market, and what price they will have to determine in which market. Everything through price elasticity of demand they have come to know that, and it helps the government which taxes which commodity what are all the amount we can collect as tax in which commodity, that also it indicates, and it is very helpful to the government also. And efficiency in market function. So how the market is going, and what about the market. So what about the efficiency in market, everything we can come to know that by the help of price elasticity, and it determines the sales policy also, and another public policies also. So what happened, it helps the international trade and determine the exports. So price elasticity of demand is very very useful, and in economics this is the one of the main tool and plays a vital role. Okay, thank you.